I represent Rivers West. I'm from Rivers State. Mr. President, I've listened carefully to all the contributions made by my various colleagues. And I want to add that to start with, the tenure of the security chiefs expired a long time ago. They have done their bit. I mean, they've been on this job for quite a while, and I'm sure most of us will agree that at the time when they came into position, things were really bad. They've done their bit, and their tenure has expired. So really, they are illegally occupying the seats they are occupying. So it would be nice, or it would be good for government to look at allowing the security chiefs go and bring in new people to add vigor to the fight against security. Besides, like my colleague has said, yes, I think we are complaining about security, policemen not being enough. I think all of us and most Nigerians should actually stop using police as private security and let these police people go out and do their job to increase the. Then I mean, like we can. I mean, or they recruit more. I mean, I know that there has been an approval to recruit additional 10,000 police. Nobody really knows because every day you hear there's a court case about that recruitment. There's need for us to make sure that recruitment is finalized so that we can increase the number of policemen we have on our roads. Mr. President, I'd like to look at one area of this issue of insecurity in this nation, the collateral damage that happens to Nigerians, which in most cases when we discuss security issues we don't look at. The damage to lives, properties, what happens to those people, and then of course the vulnerable people in Nigeria, the women, the children. We have so many women raped in almost every attack. You have women raped, you have children who are orphaned, and really as a nation we haven't done anything to those people. We just leave them. There has been no well put together plan to take care of the collateral damage that comes out of all this insecurity that we're having in our nation. And I think we should include that so that at least we can make sure that those who have suffered from this collateral damage, especially the vulnerable people, are taken care of. Thank you very much, Mr.
Senator Matthew.
To say that one of the cardinal objectives of the government is to provide security for its citizens. And where that fails, no matter the achievement of such a government, it will not be good. Nigeria, the giant of Africa, has been brought to its knees because of insecurity. A lot have been said. My own opinion is first, that we must identify what are the causes. What causes insecurity? What are the factors that brings about insecurity in Nigeria? Mr. President, the factors that contribute to insecurity in Nigeria majorly has to do with religious intolerance. It has to do with poverty. It has to do with unemployment of our teeming youth. It has to do with struggle for resources. Just last week, my community youths demonstrated for non-inclusion of the oil-producing community into the core community to have what is due to them. If I did not step in on time by today, I don't know what would have happened in my community. I'm talking about the Oro Nation in Akwa Ibom State. We need to identify these causes and then get government to play its own role to ensure that our teeming youths have what to do, are gainfully employed. And when we identify these causes, we must also know what are the consequent effects? The effect borders on what we are talking about: kidnapping, killings, destruction of properties, and so on. What are we to do? What are the ways forward? It's not quarreling with ourselves. It's not finding fault on each other. What are we expected to do as a people, as a government, and as legislators? We have talked about the community police. Perfect. There's nothing wrong with community police. Most people are saying no. When we look at what is happening in other climes, America, we have the sheriffs, we have the police, and then we have the FBI. What stops our nation from evolving? Let's gather the people and enable them with the law, appropriate law, to ensure that each state, each local government have people set aside to ensure that nobody crosses from another area to come and cause mayhem or destruction to the area. If we tackle it this way, I believe we'll have the way forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Distinguished Senator Smart Ademi.
District. One thing, Mr. President, you have to understand that no matter how I'm being distracted, I'm very, very focused. First, I want to really commend you. And if I personally, and I know most of our colleagues here, we hold you in very, very high esteem. We've been on this mountain, going around this mountain for so long. I remember in the 7th Assembly, I spoke passionately on state policing, and we are here today. Even in the papers, some people are saying it's community policing, and the former DSP spoke strongly on state policing. Usually, I would not want to say much, but I've seen the devastation that insecurity has meted out to our people, I mean Nigerians, and the vulnerable group in particular, women and children. In the 8th Assembly, when I chaired the Women Committee briefly, I made a trip to Borno State and I visited some IDP camps. I saw the worst cases of malnutrition that I've never seen. I took several pictures. I couldn't believe that the children are even humans. But you know, I haven't said that because I only have 3 minutes. I want to really talk about state policing. That's why I said we've gone this mountain for too long. But we believe that during your time, we can do the right thing. Even a baby, when you have a baby, they don't walk immediately. You teach them how to take baby steps. Some states, I'll use Lagos State for an example, because Lagos is usually like a model state. We have, it's a known fact that we operate community, we call them neighborhood watch. Some people were saying Amotekun. I said we have Amotekun in form of OPC. So Lagos State is replete of security doing details doing different activities. We have security for our traffic that are called LASMA. But I will tell you categorically that we've not abused the use of a federal police presence in the state. Everybody knows what they are supposed to do. Yes, state policing. If we want to go there, they should allow some states who are ready. Why are we always afraid to even jump into the water? Can you give me a minute? So why are we always afraid to go into the water, despite we don't even know how deep it is? So we've gone past this day. If we really want to tackle our security issues correctly, we should look at state policing. Community policing and state policing, we are saying the same thing, only just different sides of our mouth. Who is the one funding community policing? State government. Who is the one going to fund state police? State government. So we should allow them in the climes and that advanced countries where this is being practiced. We can learn from them. We talk about the world best practices. We should look at them and study them and let them give us solutions. I believe in you, Mr. President, to do it this time because we've been going around since 7th Assembly. So we can do it now. This is the time for you. And God will help you.
Before Senator Juma Goja makes his contribution.
And this is because peaceful nation attracts foreign investors while the domestic investors freely operate within the economy with little or no fear of tension and apprehension. Today, we are faced with security situation in Nigeria that is declining alarmingly to an unrepairable national disaster. That is ethnic and religious strifes, farmers and herders clashes, terrorists expanding into so many little, up to 5 distinct recognizable groups, bandits expanding into different states from one state to another without any hindrance, cattle rustlers snatches cattle at will, vandalization of oil pipelines, illegal mining, kidnapping of oil workers for ransom have turned into criminal groups, abduction of civilians, politicians, women and children from their various homes, pirates on the seas, cultist groups and their hooliganism, armed robbers on our major roads and streets. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the list is long and by the day it keeps on growing, if not by the hours. So these are the security challenges we are faced with today. So what are the factors that led to those insecurity challenges? Mr. President, the factors are not more than bad governance over the years, unemployment. Are you the timekeeper?
The distinguished Aisha too. He is the acting timekeeper.
Okay, 2 minutes, Mr. President. Mr. President, arrant poverty in the midst of affluence, materialism and the show or display with impunity, weak judicial system, porous borders, exploitation, high influence of armed and narcotic substances, organized violence groups. Mr. President, inadequate of basic infrastructure and basic and social amenities, lack of quality education and training, all these are the factors. Mr. President, if we don't address these factors, no matter the amount of community police we put in our various states, it will not work. So how do we address these factors? Every citizen must come to terms and agree that...
You can round up now.
Challenges at all. We have to own it from the unit level to the ward level to the local government to state to monitor influx of foreigners. Strangers must be reported and must be tackled immediately. Mr. President,
you can round up. You have 30 seconds.
Special attention must be given to small and medium enterprising. Banks must be compelled to give loans favorably at not more than 5% interest rate per annum, as it is done by other countries like Botswana, Cape Verde, and Greece, who are focused in removing all their citizens from the street. Mr. President, huge amount of money should be budgeted to procure and deploy 21st century technology equipment to monitor and to tackle all these criminals within and around the rivers, the forests, and the mountains, and also given to those people that, our uniformed people that will go and face them. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, If all these measures are not put in place, no matter the amount of state policing we put, we will only add more.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Senator